Ohio. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello, everyone. I'm trying to calibrate currently. I'm trying my best to get ready for you. Alright, I think this works. Hold on. I should care about how my mic is positioned because I don't want to be shrimping for the stream. Good posture is important, right? Yeah. And thank you for everyone pooling in. Hello. I'm gonna say hello to you in 1 second. It's that shrimple. This is precisely that shrimple. Let's see. The animal is totally not setting up right now. I'm totally already ready. I would not forget to turn on or turn off certain things. Yeah, it's not Shrimp City in here today. Hello, Mina! Hello, hello! Are all of you doing well? I hope you are. Wow, 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 wow. Hello, hello. Alright, I'm stalling again. I'm stalling. It always happens. It always happens. Hold on. Hold on. Let's kill the music. Start the rain. Yes, you should be hearing everything. Should be hearing everything. Okay. Alright, alright. Hello, hello, Mina! Hello! Now let me say hello to everyone first, before we properly begin. Barrow, thank you for the stealth hydrate while the stream wasn't even running. How did that happen? What kind of sorcery is that? Wow, and Panis is first today! Hello, Panis! Hi, hi! And Panis, thank you for the tier free! Panis, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you've been supporting me for 25 months at tier free. That's crazy. It really is. You're very kind. Thank you. And Benico, hello, hello. And Barrow, hello, hello. 2Bs. Thinking about 2B near Automata for a split second. What a good split second that was. Max Veggie, hello, hello. Cronus, hello, hello. MGF, hello, hello. Lyric Weaver, hello, hello. And I see Lyric Weaver is excited for the plushie. Lyric Weaver, me too. I wanna throw it against the wall. That's what I'm gonna do. I wanted to have ragdoll physics. Krubel! Hello, hello, and Krubel, thank you for all the gifted. And I'm glad you're enjoying your Donathon winner audio. Yeah, winning donator. Thank you so much for supporting my Japan Donathon so much in November. Yeah, I have mentioned it before. I'm really bad when I get anxious that my work won't be good. I have a really hard time to deliver good work when I start to doubt myself. And I enter this sort of like rhythm where I do something and then I re-record it and then I do it again, or I'm like, oh, this sucks, I need to do it, I need to do it differently. And then, as I have told you guys before, my parents are currently separating. Well, not really my parents, my mom and her partner. Oh, the stakes are way harder for me on my mom's side. I care about my mom way more. Um, but it makes it very, very hard to record. And then, yeah, just a couple unfortunate things happened, like the dizziness and a bunch of things, but it's no excuse. And I genuinely feel like a huge failure that it's been taking me so much to fulfill my promise to you. I hope you know that it's not because I forgot to do it. That would be like the furthest away from the truth. Like, I've been thinking about this every single moment of my day. It's kind of like an paralyzing anxiety where you know that if you submit something, that's going to be, you know, the final submission. That's what people get as their reward for supporting me so much. And I think because I've never done voice packs before, I was just very kind of like paralyzed in the anxiety to like even submit something. The good thing is I'm done with almost everything now. There's one voice pack that still needs to be done, which is Krümel's voice pack. But I wanted to begin with Krümel's audio because that's kind of like the meat and potatoes, right? So yeah, sorry, I interrupted our greeting round. I apologize. I just wanted to kind of talk about it because Krümel has gotten their submission today. And everyone else, you're going to get yours tomorrow. I wanted to, you know, make sure everything sounds really good with a new audio interface. So it's all recorded. I just need to cut it down now. Yeah, but it's all done now. I just have to edit, and the edit is the easy part. Recording is the hard part because I can't do recording during the day. I have to record at night now that it's summer because the birds are so loud. You can hear the birds during the day, and then you can hear the rats at night. So I really can't win. But the rats, at least they're like not that vocal. You only hear the rats sometimes, so the birds are a bit more of a problem. Yeah, I can hear the rats. The rats are quite loud. The rats are quite noisy where I live. And das Mäxchen! Hello, hello! Hi, hi! Wow! And Wolfborg! Happy mod-versary! Thank you! Oh my god, it's been a year now! Wow, Wolfborg, thank you! Thank you for protecting me for a whole year. And thank you for doing all the redeems and polls and shoutouts when I'm too lazy or I forget. And thank you for taking good guard of me. Yeah, thank you for it. And thank you to all the other mods too. I'm gonna say thank you to you guys as well if you make yourself known in the chat. Yeah, the birds really are like tweet biatch. They really do be like that. I'm watching from my Quest. Oh, like the VR thing. It's like I'm standing by the big green. Oh, this is very powerful. And that's my cue. Shiki! Shiki, thank you for being my therapist. Your responsibilities that I've burdened on you are eclipsing what a normal channel moderator would do. Thank you for responding when I say, do you think they hate me? And always being like, no, they most likely don't hate you. Thank you for being my licensed, unlicensed therapist. I really, really appreciate it. Honestly, everyone's kind of my therapist. I think I'm always, I'm making it everyone's problem, I think. Yeah, let me finish my greeting round, please. I'm gonna respond to messages afterwards. I wanna finish greeting everyone. Proteus, hello, hello. Skeeterberg. Hello, Skeeterberg. Marshmallow Peaches. Hello. Idempotent. Hi. Wow. The 0 times 539. Hello. Bucky. Hello. Wow. Pixel Sorted. Hello. Nanomashinya. Hello. Wow. And thank you, Nanomashinya, for the tier free as well for 22 months. You guys. Thank you for helping my channel so much. You're making all the cool projects possible. I would be nothing without you. I would be little green. I would be tiny green. Now I'm big green because of everyone's help and support. I'm like a flower. Because of your mulch and your sunlight and your water, I became a big, fancy green. Inspector! Hello! And D1011112, hello! And what? Oh my, what a username! I hope you're here on a positive mission. Hello! Hi! And Zeb, hello! Hello, Zeb! Oro! Hi! Memento, hello! Zuza, hello. Sunken Shell, hello. The Gaming Junkie, hello. Ultra Crystal, hello. Lavern Cooter, hello. Lucius, hello. And Wolfborg, hello. MTR Nord, hello. And I think that's everyone on the Twitch side. And on the other side, it's Asu and that dude, hello. Max Euphemism, hi. Yes, I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking. And Zenix, hi Zenix. Hello. And Gangam, hi. Hello to everyone watching. And Hangji Panji. State of Play is not on my radar. I got invited to host some sort of not host, sorry. That's way too big of a word. I got invited to co-stream some sort of gaming event, and I was just like, no. Zeb! Thank you for becoming a Packmate member. Thank you. Thank you for your membership. Thank you for becoming my Packmate member. That's so kind. And Jano, please drive safe. Yes, please get home well, okay? Have a good commute. And Arsu, hello! Hi! Yeah, I got invited to co-stream some sort of gaming thing, and I was like, no. I really don't want to do it. I'm horrible. Oh, this is my... I've become really arrogant. Everyone knows this. I've become incredibly arrogant, but when I get a business email and it just starts with something like, hey there, or hey gamer, I'm not really inclined to give it any serious thought.
It's raining. That must mean it's cute comfy time.
Wow, Sir Mars, thank you for the TTS. Hello. Hi. Yeah, I don't know. I've become, you know, I don't know how to say it. I don't really like responding to things when I know they aren't written with me in mind, because I can kind of smell that the payment, right? The compensation is not gonna be very good. I know one time it was something that was also PC game related, and it was some sort of like cozy game farming sim type showcase. And I thought, I was like, okay, you know, this really isn't for me. And that one also, I think the title was like, hey gamer or something. hey gamer, we're having a huge indie game showcase focusing on girly games, focusing on indie girly games. And I was like, okay, I don't wanna. I'm not really feeling like I wanna co-stream that. Yeah. Paracetamol, hello. Hello. QB Demon, hi. I don't know. Yeah, you got invited for the tune. There is no compensation. Yeah, well, I'm kind of sorry. Again, maybe this is a very arrogant thing to say. If I'm not getting compensated, I would kind of prefer to do whatever I want. You know, if it was something cool, right? If it was like a, I don't know, a master duel thing, or if it's like a Yumeniki related thing, or even just like a kind of like trippy indie game thing, RPG maker thing, then at least, you know, I would kind of be like, okay, I'm doing it because the subject matter is important to me, and I'm doing it out of the goodness of my own heart. Like, for example, if one of my friends were looking for someone to stream their debut, like some VTubers do that, right? Where you have like a react stream to someone's debut. I would do that for my friends, and I wouldn't ask for any compensation because that would be really unkind otherwise. If I did, right? That would be really messed up. I want all of my friends to succeed. So if I can help, you know, I will do it for free. I try to kind of have this sort of outlook on things in general. I think they say a rising tide raises all of the boats, right? Something like that. I believe in that. And hello, Arm! Hi! Yes, if you are a friend, you get the friend discount. The amount of people where I have fixed tech issues or I have helped them, you know, set up all sorts of things, where I have done translation work or even voice work, like, I don't really want to be compensated for something like that, right? That's, I will do that for free. I really don't mind. Not at all. But, sorry, I have been ranting about myself so much. How are you guys today? Are you having a good day? I hope you are. I had a hamburger today. I finished editing Krümel's audio. I hadn't eaten the entire day. At some point it was like 6 p.m. 4 p.m. 16 Uhr. And I jumped out of the door and I was like, okay, I need a hamburger. I need a hamburger so bad. You know, no matter what happens in the past, present, or future, I need a hamburger so bad right now. And I did get my hamburger, and it was very tasty, and I felt a lot better. So the victory hamburger tastes the sweetest, as they say. It was a very, very good hamburger. I painted a wall green. Oh, what kind of shade of green, though? What kind of green was it? Like a sage green or like olive green? Or like a really vibrant poison green? What kind of green was it? Trucked up, hello! Wow. We love hearing about you, Big Green. And we love it when you have a hamburger. Very good. And Hersomaniac, hello. And Znayut, hello. Everyone is pouring in today. I'm having a great day. Thank you for asking. You're the best VTuber I know, Digi. You're such a sweetie pie. I'm gonna blush. Thank you. You're so kind. Do you know those pictures where it's like a cat at a house party and the cat gets pet by like 10 people at the same time? That's kind of how I feel when I'm around you guys. Tayumisi! Oh, my friend, thank you. Mr. Tayomisi, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. Thank you for the 18 months. Gosh, everyone is so nice to me. What's up with you guys? Yeah, I'm training. I have to eat a hamburger every day. So I have trained enough for America. Every time I go to the burger place, I'll wear like a training bandana, and I will wear those like sweatbands on my wrists, and I'll be like, okay, give me your meanest burger. Give me your most American hamburger. I don't know, I like
Dizzy
hamburger.
really is the very most best VTuber.
Oh god.
When you see or hear Didi, you say, YPPI!
YPPI! Yeah, let's all say YPPI. We should always be saying that. YPPI. She didn't struggle with the word VTuber. She didn't struggle with anything else, but she really struggled with YPPI. Maybe because it was in caps. Yeah, it hates caps, unfortunately. YPPI. Would you want us to be mean to you? No, I would cry. My heart is very soft, unfortunately. I kind of feel like I'm very, very lucky that in terms of like any sort of like aversion that I had to face in the streaming scene, it was all very manageable. I was always kind of lucky that people had my back and were so kind to me. I've always had a lot of friends who have kind of, you know, gently parented me through every single struggle that I faced here. I'm incredibly grateful. I always wonder why PPI when I'm in Digi streams. Very good. Digi is capable of great smugness and capable of great don't tease her or she will cry. Yeah, I can dash it out, but I can't dash it in. And Asu, I saw earlier you said you were gonna eat. Have a good eat. I know you had a hard day today. I'm so sorry. There. I'm petting you on your head. Have a good night, Asu. Have a good eve. I hope it didn't end too bad. I hope, you know, the day's over now, you can go rest, and then tomorrow will be a kinder day. And yeah, you know, I'm glad you found me. Thank you for being here. That goes for everyone. You guys are also nice. And Roomco, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Oh, can you hear the frogs in the background? The frogs are super good. I like all the froggies. Adamant! Hello, Adamant. Yeah, I've been training. I ate a hamburger. I want to get sweatbands now. I want to get a big sweatband for my head and those like wrist sweatbands. I want to start training. Eat lots of hamburger. Have you ever donated to a poor person, like a street performer? Hello, Yonasu. Yeah, I have done that. I tend to always donate, especially to people who are older. And just in general, I try to donate some cash when I can. In the past, I have tried to donate food and drink, but I think people aren't very used to it. But when someone is like, hey, can I have like the rest of your drink? I'll also be like, yeah, of course you can. You know. And so in Germany, we have a system. It's called Pfand. I guess you guys call it recycling, right? I think you guys just call it recycling. It's not that advanced of a system. It's not that crazy. But we have a lot of older people who don't work anymore who are collecting the old bottles and they're bringing it to the recycling. They get some money back for that. And it's very, very customary where I'm from that you don't put your empty bottles into the trash bin, because then the older person has to like put their arm all the way in the trash. You put it at the bottom, like, you know, you put your empty bottle next to the trash bin, so the person just has to pick it up. And I have done that like every single time when I have a drink while I'm outside. You can have the rest of my drink. You want an indirect kiss. I think that's what you want. Yeah. Oh, you want me to wear the USA bikini? I can also do that. I can wear the USA bikini for you. Yeah, I'm full of burger. I'm full of burger. That's also true. I'm so excited for the cycling stream, Mina. It's gonna be so much fun. I applied for the front page again. For the Twitch front page. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's... sometimes, you know... giving money to people is like a difficult thing. It's a difficult thing sometimes, but I always try to remember that asking in the first place is like a very hard thing to do. Asking for help of any sort in the first place and having to rely on others and stuff is already mentally so taxing and so much. So I try to, you know, respect everyone who's in such an unfortunate situation and help, you know, how I can. At the same time, especially as a semi-young woman, when it's night and stuff, I get a bit scared when people are too pushy. That has happened to me before. Funnily enough, it's not the people who want money. I have been approached by people who want, like, a lighter or want a cigarette. And whenever I say I don't smoke, people don't believe me. And then there, people have been, like, a little bit pushy. But I think it's people who are already tripping on something. So that's not my mistake that I made. I think that's just me having been in, like, a bad place at the wrong time, and then, you know, people being way too comfortably to kind of be rude, to kind of be pushy. I want a direct kiss. I need Digi to Mama Bird a hamburger to me? Oh, you're down bad today. Oh, you must be coming down with a fever. Barrow is usually such a valiant say-so pack-mate. The Barrow I know would never be so down bad in public. You must be coming down with a very high fever. Please get well soon. Please have a smooth recovery, Barrow. I'm just joking. I don't mind you writing that. I just want us to play a little joke on you. Yes. So with the burgers you've been eating, have you found a specific ingredient that you prefer in your burger? So I have to be honest, right? When I was younger, I was a bit of a burger freak. I really liked burger. I was always really into burger. But I had the bad habit of putting a lot of things on my burger. I would choose a burger that's called something like the Uber Meat Super Destroyer that comes with like 6 things on it that all aren't meat. Nowadays, you know, I've grown up now. I have completed my metamorphosis into a better person. And now I'm fine with a cheeseburger. I no longer need all the bells and whistles. You know, it's like the same with pizza. Like a good margarita is very good. A good margarita can be really delicious. But you know, now I'm older and I'm wiser and I'm like, the cheeseburger, please. That's all I need. Like, in the past I would be like, oh, I want the one with blue cheese, and I want the one with like an egg on it, and I want the one with like a mozzarella patty. But now I'm just like, just the regular Joe Schmo cheeseburger will be fine for me. This talk reminds me of the burger we made you eat during Princess Digi debut. Do you guys remember? Yeah, I was debuting a new model, and one of the rewards was chat made my burger order. And they made me order a burger with like 3 beef and 5 cheese and no vegetable. They literally made me like a heart attack burger. And I felt so sick afterwards. It was such an insane, horrible, horrible burger. It had a blue cheese patty, the mozzarella patty, the normal cheese, the Swiss cheese sauce, and then multiple beef and 1 chicken patty. Like, that thing was insane. That thing was like literally, yeah, it was like a rock. That one wasn't good for my digestion. That one didn't make me big and strong. Well, maybe big, but definitely not strong. I think the furry green thing is running rampant in my mind palace. Oh, you mean this thing? Hold on. I'm onto you. Hold on. Let's show the image. Yeah, we got an image back today. Look at that. It's my animal. We got animal art back today. There's also another art piece on that account, but I can't show you that art piece. Teehee, because of the contents of said art piece, I'm not allowed to show you. This one's really, really cute. It's by Ebi Momo. It's very, very, very cute. I like this one a lot. Yeah. I like the toe pads a lot. I think the Digi, she has the cutest green toe pads. And the colors are so tasty and yummy. And I like the texture on the bow as well. It's very pretty art. And then hold on. You're lucky because I've already made a thumbnail. I can't show you the rest of this image for a lot of reasons, but I have already made a thumbnail for the next ASMR that we were doing. Yeah, I'm the certified green. I'm the certified green thing. Yeah, I'm not allowed to show you the rest of this image. I'm very sorry. You can find it on digico_animal on Twitter. Yeah, I cannot show you the rest of this image. I'm really not allowed. Yes. Hold on, I want to find the name of the artist for you. Let's see. I don't want to say the wrong thing. This one is drawn by Mamemochi_hobby. Yeah, this one is by Mamemochi Hobby. And this one is by... I need to be careful. I can't like show you the full... I can't show you the full image. I need to be careful what image I paste here. I can't put the porno on the screen. That wouldn't be good. Yeah, but this one's very, very cute too. And Kanliki! Hello, Kanliki! Hi! Ohayo! Hello, hello! Yeah, both are very good images. This one's also very, very good. Yes. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say, you know? I just wanted to share with you. Oh my god, I clicked on that at the right moment. Please pull that up on 1 more second, milady. Oh, hold on. No! Oh no, my video is buffering. Does this mean my internet died? Yeah, I can put image back on screen. I can put image back on screen, but did my internet die? Is the stream still on? Is the stream... Can you still hear me? Are we still live? Yeah, please let me know if you can... Okay, you still hear me. Okay. Well, there must be some sort of ripple in the digital realm. You know how it is. There must have been some sort of ripple in the digital realm. Some sort of canon event has happened in the digital realm. But yeah, hold on here. Hold on. Can I just like restart this real quick? I will just quickly see if I can fix that. La la la. Sometimes this happens. No one really knows why. That's so weird. Oh, hold on. I still have the BattleNet client open. Okay, yeah, everything's fixed now. Fixed and saved. Yeah, okay, very good. Okay, yeah, we're so back. I like your animal tweet, and then I'm liking the second one. I was informed my account was permanently suspended. Eh. Oh god, oh no, that's not good at all. Yeah, it's the classic German fiber. Okay, yeah, everything's still working. Amazing, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, really odd. I have a metered connection as well, so I have no idea why it was doing that. I used to want plain, and now I want all the toppings. Usually a lot of peppers and onions. Okay, well, that's tasty. It's very tasty. And Maybear! Hello, hello. Oh yeah, this is our first stream after the plushie campaign, right? Oh, thank you guys. We were able to fund the plushie. It's gonna be made. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. You guys, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. I had a lot of doubts because I thought, you know, I'm a small streamer. I'm aware of that fact. I don't have a problem with it. You know, I understand my existence with where I stand. And I really thought, well, you know, most likely there are gonna be like 10 or 20 people who will want a plushie, and that's fine, you know. But it's not, you know, the number that would be needed to fund the entire thing. And I almost kind of regretted that we started it at all, because I thought, well, you know, this is gonna put everyone under so much stress. I don't really know, you know, if this is a good idea doing it right now. I kind of had a bit of a lower, like, mental month, so I was really worried. But then miraculously, we did it. We funded it. I think it was a total of 106 or 107 units. Like, it was completely crazy. I didn't expect to say 108 units from 86 people. And yeah, I was completely floored by everyone's support. I hope you guys will like it as well. I think the final thing will be shipped around in November. And until then, we're gonna get a sample that I will be able to show you, which is gonna be very, very exciting. She's gonna go on the potato cannon and get to fly. Wow. So mean. Also, Neo Slasher, I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Hello, hello, Neo. And hello, Sad Chameleon. Hello, hello. I can't wait to make both of mine kiss. See, this is a pack made with a pure heart. These are pure pack made activities. Yeah, well, so the thing is, since it gets shipped out in November, you can bring it to the next Offkai. Not the one in like a month, but the one after that. I would like to be your companion. That could be very nice. I'm already so grateful that my Daki was brought along. Someone cared enough about my Dakimakura pillow to bring it to the con. I'm glad my sexy pillow was with you the entire time. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking, Sad Chameleon. It's always good to see you. Hello. I ordered 6. I can shoot 4 in the stratosphere, and I still have 2 to make them kiss. Okay, I'm starting to see a theme here. I'm starting to see a bit of a theme here. Could Yuri be the answer? Could self-test Yuri be the answer, maybe? Well, it really sounds like it could be the answer. I think self-test Yuri has to be the answer to a question. I just have to figure out what question to ask in order for self-test Yuri to be the right answer. Yes. Glad it brought you joy. It brought me a lot of joy. I felt, I don't know, I felt like Mint Phantom must feel or something. I don't know. I can't, believe that people care. I don't know. I'm sorry. It just means a lot to me. Like, I think I told you guys, I have my Dakimakura. And at some point I invited my 2 IRL friends to my house. And I forgot that they were coming over, and I'm sleeping with the Daki. Because the Daki gives me great back support. It's actually a really good thing for my back. And my friends came to my room, and they saw my Dakimakura pillow. And both of them kind of stared at it in silence. And then my friend Unicorn said, Digi, this is kind of like when you're really, really rich and you have like a marble statue of yourself in the atrium. So now whenever I look at her, I'm like, yeah, this is me. I have this thing of myself, and it's so lovely. Oh, I hope your Daki gets shipped soon. I got mine relatively quickly. And thank you, Max Veggie. Thank you. Do you ever wake up, see your Daki, and think you sleepwalked and opened VTube Studio? No, but sometimes I wake up and I'm like, well, I'm glad I'm not in this bed alone. I'm glad you can be the little spoon, Digidaki. I'm glad, you and I, we can share these tender moments between 2 and 3 a.m. where just the moon is our witness. That's sort of how I think. I don't know, I like my pillow. I like my pillow a lot. I will make more Daki covers. I'm kinda hooked now. I'm kinda really, really hooked. Well, you've been at Dokumi. How was it? Did you have fun? Dokumi was a huge con. I heard so many people enjoyed Germany because of it. And yeah, let me hydrate. Thank you, Asu. And actually, let me stretch. Ooh. Oh, my back. Let me... Yeah, I've had a bit of a back pain lately, so it's good to stretch. It's good to stretch. What if we got a plushie of the other design in the future? Oh, that's gonna be a harder sell. I don't know if people care about my little furry guy that hasn't even become real yet. Theoretically we could, but I don't know if people care about my little furry character. Oh, see, it's the same thing. It's the same rhetoric as with the first plushie. I'm I'm so bad about these things. This will be the little spoon or a lap I can rest my head on. Perfect. Very, very perfect. Oh, wait. I need to filter my thoughts real quick. I need to realize if I wanna say it or not say it. Hold on. Let me see if I can share this or if I cannot share this. Well, I don't think it's a bad thing to share. I don't think it's that bad to share. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, one of the things I personally thought was very, very sexy was to... This is all pre-back injury, by the way. Oh god, I don't know if I can say that. I'm thinking, is this an inside thought or is this not an inside thought? Well, when I was younger, I always thought it was kinda... Oh, Jesus. How can I form the sentence in a way that doesn't sound bad? I really like being useful to people. I really like having a use. I really like helping when I can and being helpful. And one of my favorite things when I was a flirty, horny teenager was... Oh god. My first boyfriend oftentimes needed a table and he would roll a doobie. And I really liked kind of planking all over his lap. And I really just liked him using my back and behind as a table to roll his blunt. And I always kind of thought that was kind of hot. I always kind of liked that. I really liked being a nice table. I don't know. I had a phase where I thought, oh, it must be amazing being a guy's footstool. This was all pre-spine surgery. I don't know if I would have the stamina now to be a good footstool. But pre-spine surgery, being a footstool was all the rage in my mind. Potentially a good core workout. Yeah, I've already said too much. Well, it's not really a surprise, is it now? Zikaru! Hello, hello! Yeah, this thought was fighting really hard to come out. I even did the whole filter thing. I even did the whole, I should ask myself if this is an inside or outside thought, and I still lost. Don't tell me that was the reason for your back needing surgery later. I had a spine tumor. I had a spine tumor. That was not the reason for me having to have surgery in my back. I liked it a lot. I really, really liked it a lot. Just kind of like the whole lap pillow thing. I'm a lap addict. I have to be honest. Being on someone else's lap is like my favorite thing in the world. Just like either the lap pillow or the whole sitting on the lap or just even my back again or my behind being on their lap so they can use it as a table. I'm a bit of a lap animal, I'm afraid. Yes. Did you hear about the Miku cosplayer who sold juice she dipped her feet in? I bet she didn't have a license. I bet she didn't have a food serving hygienic license. But I mean, I can respect the hustle, you know? Yeah. I don't know, I was a great table. I am very proud of my ability to be a good table. Yeah, I'm a bit of a lap animal, I'm afraid. An accent blade. Hello, hello. Hi, hi. Good evening, Digiko-san. Hello. Aww. I was the same at the helpful to people part, but you lost me at the horny thing. I don't know. I'm a big acts of service guy. I'm a big acts of service man. I really like just being nice. I know with Unicorn always tells me one thing that her boyfriends like is like having their back scritched. Like having someone put their hands on your back and then, you know, scritching them real good whenever they want. And that sort of stuff, I was like, yeah, I can kind of get that. I'm not that much of a scritcher. I have, like, massaged people before. Because a lot of people just like a massage. You know, it's a very kind of, like, comforting feeling. But I'm not the casual scritcher. I have learned that this is something men apparently really like. It's like the physical touch sort of thing. I literally played a game of Magic the Gathering back in college where my friend used his girlfriend as a table mat. I respect that. I love that. See? This is amazing. I'm a big table head. I really like it. Is that why the wet smut critter is so lab compatible? Yes. I'm a lab, like, addict. It's my favorite thing in the world. I'm a big lab head. The favorite part of the guy is the lab for me. I know some people like shoulders and collarbones or like the hands or like the veiny arms or whatever. Is the lab for me, dog. And guess what? Everyone got one of those. Most people that have legs have a lab. And I don't know, if you don't have, you know, if you don't have legs, I can at least rest my head on your stomach, and that's fine too. I will find a way. I will find a way. Yeah, I'm a bit of a lapper. If I had someone to give a massage every now and then, not gonna lie, that would be one of the best things someone could do for me. Yeah, every guy always wants a massage, but what they don't tell you is guys' back muscles are so incredibly tense, and you start massaging them, and you're doing your best, and then like 2 minutes into the massage, they're like, I can barely feel your hands. You have to go harder. You're not getting through my muscles. You need to put your whole dejussy into it. You need to give me your full power. And I'm that image of SpongeBob where like all of his fingers are broken. I'm always struggling because my little dainty baby hands don't really like get through. I have started just like punching their back because they seem to like that too. So sometimes I just kind of punch their back with my fists, and that seems to work. Obviously, you know, consensually. Like, I don't surprise punch them. Yeah, I punch, but because that's kind of easier. I have done the walking thing as well. Sometimes I put my body on top of their body, and then I put my elbow into their back. And then I press my entire weight, like, into my elbow. But then they're like, ow, that hurts. That hurts. That's way too much. So you can't really win. It always ends with my little hands having to try to do their best. Yeah, you guys are super tense. You have to go to like a massage therapist. So your girlfriend your girlfriend doesn't suffer later. You have to be good to your body. Giving massages was my favorite flirty activity back in my peak. Yeah, because you can ease it in so easily. You can do the hug from behind and then go straight to the massage. What do I have to do to get you to punch me? You guys. I don't want to hurt you. Oh my. To be fair, I used to give massages in like elementary school already to all of my girlfriends. I have been a massage therapist without a license for a very, very long time. Yeah. If you punch, they're gonna get up and run around like a horse. That might be just you. I don't know if that's everyone. Not my case. Softly is nice. Yeah, I mean, softer I can go longer. If my fingers don't break, I genuinely have, like, more stamina for this sort of thing. Yeah, but the elbow thing, I'm gonna give you the elbow thing. It's like a secret technique. The elbow, like jamming your elbow into his back, it will fix him. He will not like it, but it will fix him. I can really, really recommend it. You should also get some massage oil. I quite like doing it with oil. I think it's easier for the fingers as well. You just have to be careful to put like a towel underneath, because otherwise everything will be oopy goopy. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I always wanted my ASMR to feel like a massage. Actually, on the Patreon, there is a massage parlor audio. Have you checked it out yet? I think it turned out really well, actually. It's quite fun. I beat up my legs for that one. I was beating up my legs for 30 minutes for that audio. I was punching my knees with my fists for like the really hard massage sounds in that one. Koyo the boyo! Hello! Wow, 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 wow! I'm glad you liked it. I'm really, really glad you liked it. Wow. Yeah, I was beating up my legs for that one. Listen, I take ASMR really, really seriously nowadays. I take a lot of time to really, like, craft a soundscape. I really, 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 really take it seriously nowadays. The last one was really fun to make. The last one was dancing with you at a gala and going to the rooftop. That one, I think, is really, really, really good. Quite like it. I'm sorry. I'm very thankful for everyone that supports my ASMR. I upload twice a month, which is less than other people do. But I'm glad that you guys choose to support me. Thank you for being so kind to me always. I don't know if you guys heard, but a VTuber company shut down recently. And it's really sad because, you know, everyone sort of parted on good terms, which is good, of course, you know. But it's really sad when a dream ends. It's really sad when a dream has to die like that. And I'm happy that all of the talents get to keep their IP for free, which really shows that there's just like a lot of goodwill in that. But genuinely, my heart goes out to all of the talents, because everyone works so super, super hard. I'm not gonna name it. It's been on Twitter a lot during the last couple days. Yeah, I don't want to like make it a whole big thing here. You can find it on Twitter if that's interesting to you. And Toria, hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. Hi, hi. But yeah, I don't know. That really makes you think, right? The Twitter.com is evil place. Topocato, you might be right about that. You might be really, really, really right about that. Yeah, yeah. And Wolfborg, have a good movie time. What movie is it today? What kind of movie are you watching today? Please let me know. What kind of movie is it gonna be today? I know Obsession seems to be quite the popular movie right now. Oh yeah, the Backrooms movie! That's the other one! Oh, I want to see the Backrooms movie. I hope you're going to have a lot of fun with that. Oh. Yeah. Please have a lot of fun with that one. I think you will have a good time. Yeah. Today is anime day for me. Which atelier is my favorite this season? I've been thinking about checking that one out. So many people are talking about it. I'm gonna be honest, I use TweetDeck, which is like a guy that turns off half of the features on Twitter. I use TweetDeck so I can only see my own page. And on my phone I have like normal Twitter. So I don't use Twitter on the PC like a normal person at all. I only have Twitter on my phone where I can browse things. And honestly, I'm fine with that. A show about cute bitches where nothing bad ever happens to them ever. Nothing bad. Oh, I know another one of those. They call it Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Have you heard of that one? Yeah. I mean, I think it works. It works for me. It has like an ibis as a picture. I quite like that one. I use the same one for YouTube as well, where it hides the shorts and stuff, you know? Actually, this is like a good thing I can talk about. Earlier this year, I was kind of going through self-inflicted mental anguish because I kept watching Instagram reels, and the reels would tell me that everything's Jover and everything sucks and everyone is evil and, you know, a lot of bad things. And I told myself one day, what would happen, you know, if I would just stop watching Instagram reels? How would my life change if I literally just stopped watching watching any sort of like real short, you know, style content? And I have deinstalled Instagram from my phone. I don't have any access to Instagram anymore, like at all. And I'm happy to report that my anxiety has decreased by at least 70%. It turns out microdosing weird, panicky videos makes your everyday life a lot worse. And like, I am a really anxious person, so decreasing my anxiety by 70% is a huge deal for me. Like, I also struggled from waking up very early and then being on reels till it's like 1 p.m., right? And now I wake up early and I start my day early again. I get up, you know, I can start editing, I can start recording, I can start scheduling, I can play a video game if I have nothing to do. I don't waste the day being in bed watching reels. I really realized that content is not for me. Yeah. Oh. Do you like my little furry character, Barrow? I agree that it is a bit Faputa adjacent. I'm glad you've been so supportive of my fursona. It's very sweet. Yeah. There's no way any of it is like good. But the thing is, like, I think German politics also just really stress me out. And Zuta, oyasumi, oyasumi, good night, good night. I have decided to not consume German politics stuff at all anymore. It will be difficult whenever I have to vote. I guess then I have to microdose it again. But I refuse to inhale it like daily. I don't think it's a good idea for me to consume daily. Well, let's do this one. Oh, 21 millimeters of rain. Let's do this one. And thank you, Veracion. Hello, hello. Hi, hi. Yeah. Yeah, reels are not the way for me. Oh my god, it's my friend Unicorn! It's my sweetie pie. Hello, my sweet. Sending you love and legendary loot. Hell yeah, Fortnite. Unicorn, thank you. Thank you, thank you. It was so funny. Unicorn and I went to the supermarket today. Like a... Well, not really supermarket. It's like a... DM oder Rossmann. Wie würde man sowas auf Englisch nennen? It's like a... I guess like a... Oh... It has like hygienic stuff, you know, like shower gel, shampoo, makeup. How do you name that sort of store? What is this called? Yeah, me and Unicorn were at like a small store for like all sorts of like things, you know, toilet paper, like a drugstore, I guess you could call it. Yeah, we went to the drugstore today. No, it's not a boutique. It's like, you know, you go there when you need toilet paper, when you need like sanitary pads, when you need a toothbrush, when you need makeup, when you need shampoo. It's like a store you go to every week to like store up on essentials. And we went to one of those today. We went to one of those. And I told Unicorn, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the checkout. If you can, could you go to the cold drink display? Could you please pick out a cold drink that I would like? So this, you see, this is like a skill check. Unicorn had a difficult skill check today to complete. And she picked out an amazing drink for me that I really, really, really liked. So it was a 0-calorie, gut-friendly soda with a citrus flavor. Amazing. And it did taste like it was gut-friendly. That's all I'm gonna say. That thing had probiotics in it, you know? But I liked it, and it's very sweet that Unicorn knows that I care about my... Yeah, you care about me. You care about my gut biome, which is equally as important. You can't have one about the other. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I think content on Instagram is also really panicky. Like, it's not really, like, authentic stuff that happens. It's always just, like... Attention, everyone. Everything is gonna get worse, and you need to know about it right now. And UV Ranger, what are you saying? Oh my. I'm not the old king. I'm the new kid on the block. I mean, okay, I've been doing this for 4 years, so maybe not that new. Yes, it was very, very good. It's from Epic. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Wah, wah, wah. Those sodas taste like Yakult, if that makes sense. Listen, if there's like the whole digestive tract on it with like some hipstery writing, I'm gonna like it most likely. And UV Ranger, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Hey, you're cute. No, you. Thank you. And Memento, hi, hi. Yes, Unicorn got the sudden quest, but she did it perfectly. She's such a sweetie pie. It's so funny because in our relationship, I'm always the guy that has to like know where we're going. And we were wandering around the city today. And because I was absent-minded, I ended up making us do like a massive detour. And we ended up walking 14,000 steps. But we had a really, really good time today. Yes. She's very new and very youthful and very pog. Oh, you're too kind to me. I'm kind of old and made of mold. Everyone knows that. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't think politics are something you can completely divorce yourself from. Because everything at the end of the day is political. You know, the words that we use are political. languages that we speak, the sort of idioms that we have, figures of speech and stuff. Every aspect in our life is political, because, the political climate is such a big part of our society that we live in, right? But I think being conscious about that, and still being able to, like, take it in small bursts that you can handle, I think is probably the healthiest thing you can do. Because I think for me, it always kind of like gets down to the fact that obviously I'm very unhappy with a lot of things in the world. I'm unhappy that climate change is happening. I'm unhappy that the corals are dying. I'm unhappy about, like, a lot of things like that. But the thing is, like, I can't really change the world from today to tomorrow by just complaining about it. I understand that what we have to do is take small, meaningful action where we can. But you can't also beat yourself up over it about all the bad and evil things that are happening in the world right now. That's at least what I believe in, Like, I don't know. I will always be the guy who tells you to be kind to your neighbor and be a good person when you can and take care of the environment around you. And I am allowed to say that. I have cleaned up parks before and stuff. With groups and also completely on my own. Just with, like, a plastic bag and one of those little claws that helps you grab nasty things off the floor. So, I don't know. I will always, like, believe that making a difference in your local community is a really powerful thing that can improve the life for the people around you, and that shouldn't be underestimated. But at the same time, you are allowed to enjoy things, and you have to keep on living in the world that we live in. And it's not your job to worry about everyone's existence all the time. Just, try to make a difference in the space where you are to the people that matters. And, expose yourself to things in a matter, like a healthy media diet. Exactly. There's a lot of stuff to get upset over. Personally, what I always really hate is, I see this on Twitter all the time. Maybe this is because, some people I know, they're, like, a little bit younger. And I think this is probably a bit more common with younger folks than it is with older folks. Sometimes a bad person will tweet something. And their name is already, like, super bad guy 666, this guy is bad news just by the name. Like, this is not, like, someone's main account. This is, like, a sock puppet. They just use this account to be mean to other people. And they will tweet something like, I don't know, the color green is bad, right? And then my mutual will retweet it and comment, "You're stupid. The color green is awesome, actually." And I will see it because I follow my mutual, right? And this person's opinion that could have previously just been disregarded and vanished into the void, now it gets traction and it gets spread around, and I'm just like, this is Mr. Evil Guy. Like, I don't need to see this. This is stupid. This guy already has, like, a horrible name, and this is very likely an account to just rage bait people. But my mutuals are so heated, fighting against Mr. Evil Guy, where I'm just like, you're wasting energy, That's at least what I think. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, only... I don't know. It's hard to make a difference where you are, but you shouldn't stop trying, is what I think. And Drew Ex Machina, hello. Hi. Yeah, we focus on what we can do, and that's the only thing we realistically can do. And virtue, hello, hello. Yeah, John Evil Man. Yeah, John Evil. What? Green isn't bad. Sometimes I'm kind of envious of people who have the energy and passion to crash out a lot. I don't have that energy anymore. I don't know. I can't be sad and angry all the time. I don't think that's a good way to live. I don't think that's a smart idea. Okay, well, it is one of our channel rules that we don't want to talk about politics on here. So let's maybe quiet down this topic. I think I've already kind of said where my stance is. And I think my stance on things is actually quite public. I don't think it's hard to guess where I kind of align on with things. I don't think it's hard to guess at all, to be honest. But yes, green is good. Green is a good color. It's the color of the green circle. It's a very creative color. I'm green. Vegetables are green. Only the good things are green, actually. All the plants and stuff. I guess boogers are also green. That's not a good thing. See? Steering in the opposite way maybe isn't good either. Oh, so you hate blue? Matthias, it's such a joy to see you. Hello, friend. Hello, Matthias. Did you guys know that we are in the presence of a master animator and storyteller in our midst? And also a very funny streamer man who's good at drawing? Matthias does it all. Yeah, hello, Matthias. It's a delight to see you again. I've been enjoying the content. Your channel, you have like a second channel now. It's called Poco something. I'm bad with names. Please, I apologize. It's Machi Poco. I have been consuming the content over on the Machi Poco. I'm aware of this. He just decided to be cool one day and has been that way ever since. I really like the monkey story. The monkey story brings me so much joy. But I like the superhero story as well. The superhero one I think about quite frequently. There's like a villain and a hero. And the villain just says, I'm going to kill you. And the hero tries to have like a philosophical conversation with the villain. But the villain is like not having it at all. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna snap your neck. I'm gonna kill you. And it's a very, very fun video. Please check out Matthias' stuff. In a world full of John evil guys and evildoers and the machine that tries to take over human creation. Please do me a favor and support hardworking artists that are all around us. I think about this quite frequently. Maybe I mentioned this a couple streams ago. You wouldn't know how much of a difference you can make by telling someone that you really like what they're doing and being honest about it. Like, I don't know. I think sometimes you're so in the jungle of your own work that you kind of forget that people really care about it and that it means a lot to other people. But that's just this is just what I think. I just think it's a good thing. And Toria, thank you for resubscribing at tier 3. You guys. Oh, why are you so nice to me? Sorry for late. I'm babysitting. Well, thank you for taking care of your family and for babysitting. It's your niece, right? It's like a tiny baby relative, I think. And Houdini. Thank you, Houdini, for the follow. Hello, Houdini. And Toria, never worry about being late. I really appreciate you being here. I really like what you do, Jisama. Well, you see, well, if it concerns my work, you clearly must be lying. It can't be true. I refuse to believe it. No, thank you so much. Your kind words reach me and I'll keep going. Thank you so much. I love your voice. Simshi, thank you. You guys! Green tea is nice. I got various kinds of teas and herbal teas. Oh, I became a matcha girly. I became a full-on matcha girly. I like making my own matcha latte at home. That is my indulgent drink of choice, making my own matcha latte. It's really, really good in my opinion. I'm well liked in many communities simply for that reason that I am very honest with kind words. Yeah, I can believe that any day. I've kind of started to talk to people a little bit. I kind of want to try to get better at talking to people in my everyday life. And I want to start, like, when I see someone with a really, really cool personal style, I want to walk up to a baddie and be like, hey, your style rocks, you're dressed super well. And I have been practicing doing that. And I've also, you know, started talking to my cashiers when I'm at the supermarket. I'm getting a bit better at talking to the outside world, slowly but surely. And Caracal Crusader, hello! Hi, hi! Ohayo! Hello, hello! Yeah, my lady at my local food store had a really, really cool nail polish. And I hesitated a lot, and then I said, hey, I need to get this out of my system. I need to say this, but your nails look so cool. And she was really happy. She was grinning ear to ear. It meant a lot to me, and it seemed to mean a lot to her, too. I don't know. Yapping is sort of easy. This is just like my ramblings. You know, I'm just the insane guy at the village square. I'm always rambling. But talking to real, I don't know, talking to like interactions that are happening right in front of me in everyday life is so difficult sometimes. I don't know, I struggle with it a little bit, if I'm honest. But nonetheless, you know, I wanna keep trying. I can't imagine how it will be like to at some point be, again, a little bit more social in my own city. Unicorn really, really wants to sign up for pottery together. So that means soon I will have to start doing pottery. We will start painting cups and plates and stuff. If my cute girl wants to do pottery and she doesn't want to go alone, I guess I will have to do pottery as well. I really like pottery. I did pottery for many years. I don't like that it costs money to sign up to these sorts of things. It's a weekly commitment, which I also don't like. But if my cute girl wants to paint some plates and some cups and stuff, who am I to say no? You know, there is no way I could refuse. Yeah, exactly. It will be fun to use a kiln. I think this will be a good idea. But I have to, you know, like learn how to talk to people in like a casual pottery setting. I have to be like, wow, your plate is bussin'. You really painted with the sauce, for real, for real. This is crazy balls, this little plate with roses on it. This is absolute crazy balls, and then they're gonna ban me from the pottery club. But at least I will have tried, you know. Nothing ventured and nothing gained. Yes. Oh god, she's not going to make it. You were supposed to believe in me. No, I can learn. I can be cool. I have at least one cool bone in my body, surely. It can't be this hard. I don't know. I'm very, very awkward in person. I'm very incredibly awkward Like I met Mr. Tayumisi at the TwitchCon. And it's CD, thank you. I met Mr. Tayumisi at the TwitchCon. And you know, we hugged for a hello. I had like a completely fine interaction with Mr. Tayumisi. And the moment the interaction was over, I had to ask my friends and be like, oh, I'm sure Mr. Tayumisi hates me. Oh, I'm completely like always thinking that like every single interaction that I do it completely backfires. And Zachary, thank you for the follow, Zachary. Pottery is for everyone. You're saying this because you've been hounding me about pottery and going to the jazz bar. You've been hounding me about these two things and playing board games. And board games are a nightmare. I can't do board games. That's way too difficult. I can go to the jazz bar with you, maybe. But honestly, pottery is like a fun thing because it's creative. I'm willing to spend money on the pottery thing. You have worn me down that I'll go to pottery with you. You know, take it now. Take it and be happy. I don't think I would flourish at the jazz bar. I don't even like jazz all that much. This burnishing you did is Fortnite crazy. I'm always saying this, actually. I'm always saying this. Yeah, I did pottery as a child. I actually really liked pottery. We did a stream right after my debut of my last model, where we did some work with like the polymer clay, which isn't the same thing, of course, as like the other clay, but you know, for at-home setup, making little figurines out of clay was also really, really fun. I have talked about this before. If I had a bigger space, I would, you know, hey, if I had a bigger space, I would get a really big table with a lot of like space for storing things. And I would really like to do clay sculpting streams with you guys. I would really, really like to get into clay crafts with you guys. But I have a IKEA gaming table, which isn't really big and isn't all that great altogether. Yeah, I could become a clay tuber. They clay tuber? Hell yeah. I could become a clay tuber. It's not too late. You love those slime toys, so you'll love pottery as well. Well, you are right that I do like the slime toys. We're outing all of my secrets like this. You're outing my secrets that I like. I like assembling things. I like when things are like a small DIY. I like that the slimes come with like a sauce and they come with a topping. And I don't know, I always really liked assembling little dioramas and stuff. Like, I just enjoy this sort of thing quite a bit. Yeah, I would need a workbench, I think. I would actually like to get a really nice and big table when me and Unicorn move in together. And Macaroni King, hello! And Sword Welder, hello, hello! Model kit, yeah, that could be fun. I always envied, like, we have a store in my city for, like, train stuff, like miniature trains. And even as a small little child, I was very interested in the grass. The miniature grass and the miniature people. Oh, my toxic trait is that I want to do something with resin. I wanna make something out of resin. Like, I wanna make a little clay dish that looks like a pool and then fill it with resin so it looks like water. That's gonna kill both me, Unicorn, and Unicorn's cat. So I have to be really careful if I want to work with resin. Yes. You might be able to answer this because of how young and hip you are. How long has big back been a slang term? I just know the song where it's like, big back, big back. My back is big because it's full of different foods. That's where I know the term big bag from. I don't know how old the term is though. Clay queen. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I like miniature stuff. I went to the miniature museum a bunch of times. I have a huge respect for people that make dollhouse furniture and craft with miniatures. I don't know. I care about this sort of stuff like a whole lot, kinda. When I was smaller, I always used to kind of take shoe boxes and build my own little interiors for things that I would play with. They would they would always fall apart very quickly, but for me the art of building and playing was very important. Oh, my biggest hobby when I was younger was narrating as I built something or as I did something. I used to watch a lot of teleshopping with my grandma. So after a while, I picked up a lot of like habits from the teleshopping channel. And I watched shows like Art Attack, or in Germany we had Fingertips. Which was like another like art show. And I would always like pretend that I was the host of like a show like that. Yeah, the white PVA glue that you had to have for every single craft. But I would always narrate my own segments basically. And I would always pretend that I was on camera and stuff. And I remember the worst thing that ever happened. I was really, really small back then. I went to a hotel with my parents. And my parents let me be alone for the night. And I watched teleshopping again. And one of the things advertised in teleshopping was like a... You know, like a stain remover, a thing that you can, you know, put all over your bathroom and it's gonna make it crystal clear. So I went to the hotel bathroom. I took every shampoo, every, you know, lotion, every deodorant, everything, and mixed it in like my little toy bucket, my little toy container. And I took... I was like 4 back then, 4 or 5, like a really, really young child. I took one of my ball-jointed pens, cut it open, and spread the blue ink all over the bathtub. And then I started like using my miracle, you know, cleaning detergent that I made to clean up the stains that I produced. And as you can guess, it didn't work really well. It didn't work really well at all. So then I took the towels and tried to, you know, to pat it down, and all the towels were super blue. And then my parents came back to the room, and I had, you know, I had used up every single freebie that the hotel had given us, and I had messed up all the towels. But I didn't get in trouble, I think. I was also super duper young, so maybe my parents got in trouble, but I didn't. Yeah. I really like making potions as well. Like, play pretend potions. Mud and leaves and sticks. You know, I was a big potion seller as a child. I was on the potion hustle in kindergarten. Yeah, I don't know. I always like this sort of stuff. A bit of an alchemist, you might say. Also, someone asked where we are. Good question. I can't check right now, but I can check when we're done, if you want me to. We seem to be by the coast side, which I think is really, really nice. I really like where we are right now. It seems to be early in the morning. The rain is torrenting. Look at the lush trees here on the side. So pretty. Yeah. Hello, Mage! Hello! It's going very well. Thank you for asking. Mud and leaves and sticks. Is that why I stick to Digi-streams and don't want to leave? It's a mighty pun you got there. It's a mighty pun. Yes, yes. And look at that. There is a vending machine. Oh! Oh, we are in Inatori. Inatori Marine Sports Center. Mwah. Oh, you think that's bad? I remember these for GS27 scratch remover. They would show a bicycle handlebars scratching the side of a car and how this product would fix the scratches. I remember doing that a bunch on our Dodge Neon. My father being justifiably angry and the product not working because of course it didn't. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh my. Yeah. Oh, tsunami warning. Look at that. Tsunami comes. Immediately evacuate quickly. Go to a higher place immediately. Wow. Whoa. Look at how beautiful the sea looks though. The foggy sea is so lovely. Gosh, I could stare at the sea forever. I kind of wish they would leave us here. I really, really like the sea. If I could choose where to live, I would really love to live by the ocean. I care about the ocean a whole lot. It's so pretty. Very, very nice. For me, the fact that when you look at the sea, there's nothing on the horizon, you know, blocking your view. It is completely, like, unobstructed. I find that quite calming, I think. I find that incredibly calming. I don't know. I like the sea. Me and Unicorn, we try to go to the sea once a year. And it's a whole trip. We've been doing it for a couple years now. We still have to do our trip this year. But with scheduling, you know, it's always a bit difficult. But I'm really excited to go to the sea again this year. You know what else is lovely? Tone it down, you stud. Wow. But you're also afraid of the depths of the ocean, are you? Not really. If I die, I die. I could die in a tons of different ways. I don't really care if it's in the ocean. Like, yeah, being stuck on the ocean and then dying would kind of suck. But I could also be hit by a comically large piano when I walk down the street. Like, I don't know. The ocean doesn't really scare me all that much. My dad had a lazy slob of a roommate one time and told him to clean up. So one day he gets home and the house smells weird. Turns out he mixed a bunch of cleaning chemicals and made chlorine gas. The bucket he put all that in started smoking too. This happened to me when I worked at Subway. The exact same thing happened to me with a coworker, funnily enough. But oh god, I'm glad your dad survived, but that is very, very, very dangerous. Just a lot of water doing its thing. Yeah, that's true. Shadow! Hello, hello, Shadow. Hello, my sweet. Wow. You wouldn't die while making pottery. Wow, you're really lobbying for this. I haven't seen you lobby for something this hard. The last time you lobbied for something this hard was when you were mad at me and I asked you how I could apologize to you. And you said the only form of apology you would accept would me be neighing like a horse. You wanted me to make horse noises, and only when I made horse noises for you, you accepted my apology. This is the last time I've seen you so hung up about something. Yeah. Yeah, the pesky falling pianos. What is your biggest fear then? Oh, I don't think you guys want to know. Ohayo! Penguin-san! Hello, hello! Ohayo, penguin! For my dad's story, that was like in the 80s. Yeah, my story happened in 2015. My story happened yesteryear, and we had to close the subway for like an hour. Any phobia, I mean. Ah, phobias. Unicorn probably knows me better than I do. What am I scared of? Oh, this is actually really funny. Yeah, she made fun of me. Like a week ago, we were out. We were sitting on some stone steps, and it became, you know, later in the evening. Then bats started flying around us. And I started getting really antsy around the bats. And then on the ground, we saw a couple of rats as well. So rats and bats surrounding me. And I was very, very fidgety. I kept like shifting around Unicorn and always kind of changing my location, my position. It was kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's, you know, when you have to check all the cameras and see where all the animals always are. And yeah, I'm very scared of rabies. I have a very big fear of rabies. Like, I'm not scared of a bat that, you know, lives in like a bat sanctuary and it doesn't have rabies. And I'm also not scared of like a mouse or a rat. So like a domestic mouse or a domestic rat. I'm really scared of rabies, and I'm very scared of everything that can give you rabies. When Charlie, the big streamer man, what is his name, Moist Critical? When Mr. Moist Critical was talking about having a fear of bats, he kind of gave that to me. Fuse Hunter, hello! Yeah, I'm kind of scared of rabies now, and also Lyme disease. Unicorn and I used to be quite the lost places enthusiast. We used to go to a lot of lost places when we were teens. We used to go to some like buildings. Hold on, I don't think this was with Unicorn. I think that was with another cute girl. I think this was with another. Yeah, no, me and the gang, we used to go to all sorts of like abandoned buildings. And then at some point I had a tick on the inside of my thigh. And I had to go to the doctor and get it removed. And I was incredibly scared of like getting the Lyme's disease. I'm not scared of bees. I have to be gently parented when there's a bee or a wasp nearby, and I have to close my eyes and my ears and my mouth. Other than that, I will survive being stung by a bee. I'm not that scared of them. Yeah. Yeah, rabies is super, super scary. There's no cure for rabies or Lyme. Yeah, those two are kind of my big fears. And I mean, do I have to say it? I already had like a spine disease that luckily once wasn't cancerous. Knock on wood, knock on wood. I'm very scared of disease in general. Not that it limits me from living life, because I always kind of operate on the assumption of, well, if I get it, and then it's too late. But the things that are avoidable, kind of like a rabies or Lyme's disease, I tend to freak out more than the average person would, I think. I knew some people that got bit by wild dogs, and the needles for rabies vaccinations are massive. The foam, yeah, the foam around the mouth aesthetic, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like bees. Bees are awesome. I do like bees. They're great. Wow. Yeah, Lyme's disease is very, very scary. That's true. Yeah. I like bumblebees. Bumblebees are great, guys. They're so well behaved. The bumblebee would never hurt anyone. The bumblebee is a perfect little guy. It's fuzzy, it's cute, it's chubby. I like the bumblebee. That's a good guy. How are you, Digi? I am very, very happy today. We got a new art piece back. Did you see? We got a super awesome new drawing back of my furry version, my fursona. Yeah. We got a super, super, super duper awesome art back today by Ebi Momo. Yes, yes. Super nice, right? I like this art a lot. I gotta be honest. If I could, I would I would really like to get a model done with this artist, but let's not talk about that. Let's not give me ideas. Maybe like in 2 years or something. Let's work on all the projects we have right now and then think about it at some point. Yes. Yes. Oh yes, okay, I've got an awesome update. I'm cooking so many things, you guys. I'm cooking so many awesome, amazing things. Yes. All right. I can see the lines, exactly. I can see the opening hands. But I want to talk about this too quickly. I'm always planning a lot of projects, right? And I'm always like being like, oh, you guys can help with the throne. You have to tell me if it gets too much. I think I'm just addicted to trying to get cool projects rolling. You know, you see all the big VTuber people debut new outfits and new aesthetics and new models. And sometimes I just want a piece of that. Sometimes I want to, you know, do cool, amazing things too. I realize everything costs money. And I hope you know that I'm never taking your support for granted. And I'm always operating on the assumption that I will have to wait till I can afford something. Or I will get things like on a payment on increments, like installments. So never feel like, you know, I'm begging you. I'm like, please, please, please. Everything will collapse if you don't support this project that I'm working on. It's really not like that. I have a job. I can fund things slowly but surely. Your help is always appreciated because then it takes 1 year and not 2 years. But I really don't want you to think that I'm using you as a wallet without a bottom, right? I really don't see you this way. Everything that I'm doing for my VTubing stuff, I'm really doing it for me. And I'm funding as much as I can by myself. Like, I really want to emphasize this. I know maybe sometimes it's a bit annoying and I really, really apologize for that. I'm just a very excitable person, I suppose, you know? This is just what I think. I wanted to talk about it briefly. Yeah. Oh, unicorn. Oh, Yasumi, oh, Yasumi. Gute Nacht, meine Süße. Hab einen schönen Tag auf Arbeit morgen. Ich hoffe, du kannst morgen was total Leckeres essen. Und schreib mir doch gerne, wann du morgen Schluss hast, weil dann hole ich dich nach der Arbeit ab. Ja. Ich mache dir auch noch eine Sprachnachricht, bevor ich schlafen gehe. Yes. We were gonna celebrate our friendship anniversary. We've been friends for like 8 years. And both of us just forgot. It was like last week. Our friendship anniversary was like a week ago or something. We both completely forgot. And we also forgot to celebrate the birthday of her cats. We used to buy like a little cupcake with like the candles and stuff, but both of us forgot again. Yeah. MTR Nord, good night. Oh, Yasumi. Yeah, you know, he doesn't even know that he had a birthday. That's so tragic. We need to start celebrating his birthday again. Yeah. I think Fro might be a good gauge too. since we can also be more direct with that thing we support. Yeah, what I will do is I will put a couple projects on the throne as always, and then I'm gonna fund them by myself. But if you want to help make my burden a little bit easier, then you can help on the throne. But again, I really want you to know that support is always voluntarily. I know that, you know, things cost a lot of money nowadays. I know living expenses are crazy. I know food is crazy expensive. You know, spending time with you at all, I consider it a gift. Spending time with you at all, I already consider it my, you know, my biggest gift in the world. That I met everyone and I'm having such a nice time. Everything that you give me above spending time with me, I will take it. It will make my life easier. I would be a liar if I didn't say that. But, you know how I mean it, right? You're already doing me such a huge service by being here and being nice to me. You know, sharing in conversation with me, giving me something to think about. That's all I care about, really. Yeah. He knows. I don't think he knows. I don't know if he knows. He's a little babby. He just meows all the time. He goes meow. He wants to be fed. That's all he does. He just goes meow. He's just such a sad little kitty. He wants food all the time. You could feed him and he would meow 5 minutes after that. I'm gonna be honest with you, he also became quite girthy. He's when I had him on my arm, I felt like a little child at like one of those like birds of prey shows, because he climbed up my entire arm and he was very heavy. He's becoming a big boy. He truly turned into a man. And Benjamins, thank you for the follow. Wow. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, we were talking about unicorns' distinguished cat of notable size. He started out as the runt of the litter, but now he's a sizable fellow. I don't want to fat shame him though. He just has like really like voluminous fur. Yeah, he has like really long fur. He's very, what do you say? Very fuzzy and fluffy. Yes. Yeah, thank you. Spending time with me, you know, that's for me the biggest gift. You're always all so kind to me. I don't know. I care about stream a whole lot. I told myself I think this is my biggest character flaw. I think my biggest character flaw is that, how can I put it? I think I have a tendency to be really like nonchalant and pretend that I don't care about something. Kind of to protect myself, right? But I really want to try being honest about my feelings and be less nonchalant and you know, be more direct. Maguri-an! Hello! Hi, Raiders! Hello, my sweets! And Shadow, thank you. Thank you for having fun on stream and in the server. Garden invasion! Maguri has some new plant seeds for you! Maguri-an! Thank you so much for the raid, my sweet. Welcome, Raiders! Aren't you delightful? What a cute character design. Hello. Let me give you a follow. Thank you so much for the raid, my sweet. What were you doing today? Hello. Thank you. Oh, that is very kind of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the raid. Thank you. How are you doing? How's your stream? Wow. Oh. Oh no. Oh wait. I need to go to Kagoshima. Let's go to Kagoshima after midnight. Oh my. We're doing our rain parade, which is our stream to talk about our feelings and listen to the rain. Maguri, thank you for the follow. And Ditzy Elaine, thank you for the follow. And Cross Vulpus, thank you so much. I was catching everyone up on my big Dokumi and TwitchCon trip. Whoa, oh, you did both this year. Wow. So that must have been Dokumi. I assume it's TwitchCon EU, is that correct? You don't have to tell me if that doxes your information in any way. If it was TwitchCon EU or NA. But thank you so much. I hope you had a lovely time at both of the cons. I went to TwitchCon EU last year in Rotterdam. Maybe I'll go again next year. I had a lovely time at a TwitchCon. I hope it was lovely for you this year as well. And Ditzy, thank you. For you guys that don't know me yet, hold on. Hold on a second. Oh, you're a little bit dirty here. Oh my, yeah, there's definitely a speck around here. Let me quickly deal with that. There you are. Now you're nice and clean, aren't you? Hold on, I need to be small again. Yes, okay, now we're back to how things were. I'm glad you like my design. My name is Digiko, for everyone that doesn't know me yet. Yeah, they call me Big Green. I'm a Wolf Hotel Manager VTuber. And I'm also a small thing. I'm becoming even smaller than I am now. Yes. I'm becoming a small green character. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I do just chatting and ASMR. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. Sometimes I play games if it can't be avoided. Oh, the artists, let me send them to you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Yes, hold on. Oh, where's my chat window? There's my chat window. Here. Yes, yes, yes. Now show the other one. I can't. You know I can't show you the other one. That's porno. We can't put porno on the screen. I can show you the face. I can show you the face. That's all you get to see. Don't be sad that I can't show you the entire art. Come on now. I can't put the whole image on the screen. They're gonna kill me. If I put the whole image on the screen, they're gonna murder me. I'm gonna be murderized. Hold on. If you wanna follow my kimono activities, What? Oh my god, penguin! Domo arigato. Thank you for the juice fee. Thank you. Arigato, arigato. Thank you for the super chat. You're very kind. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. The game collab streams are so funny. I'm old. I am barely any gamer. I'm so old. I had to watch a figurative car crash in slow motion last night as someone absent-mindedly searched for Bible Black on Google on stream. No. That is not good at all. And stop using Digico left and Digico right. those emotes are sinful. Those are sinful emotes. Amazing that they are still persisting. I'm glad they get to exist. Digiko left and Digiko right. They're so powerful. I made them high subscriber tier only so that they would have a higher chance of surviving before they get removed. Yeah. Yeah, we're turning kimono. I wanna become also kimono. Did you put a sunglasses on my boobs? Did you put sunglasses on my little emote? Is this happening right now? Yeah. I didn't know you could put sunglasses on the emotes. That's crazy. But yeah, we're becoming kimono. Because I want to. I've been streaming for 4 years. Let me have this. Let me become lap size. Let me become a short stack. I want to be small. I want to be small and have a tail. I was supposed to have a tail when I was like, 10 years old, when I was LARPing as a dragon. I could still have a tail now. It could be real. I would like to have a big tail. Yeah. Yes, yes. I'm pocketable. Yeah, you can put me in your pocket anytime. But yeah, I'm sorry. I was yapping. I was saying a lot of things. I think my biggest flaw as a person is that sometimes when I care about something a whole lot, I really struggle saying that. I show that I care through actions. I like doing stuff for people. I like being useful. It's not that I misregard those around me. That's not the same thing. But I have a really hard time admitting that I care about something a whole lot until it's gone. And I think over the years I've gotten better about this. But I really want to start being a bit more chalant. I don't want to be so nonchalant all the time. I want to be able to speak truthfully and say, actually, I really, really care about this. I think that's my biggest flaw as a person. That sometimes I'm not able to just admit that I care a whole lot. Yeah. Small furry machine that turns treats into but I am comfortable right where I am. Perhaps. I don't know. That is just what I kind of observed from my own behavior. I think by doing a lot for other people, I'm really trying to tell them, it's fine if you take me for granted. Like, I want you to take me for granted. Because I'll never disappear. And my behavior won't change. I try to behave in very, very predictable rhythms. To never make people feel like I'm gonna disappear. Face Dank! Hello! Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. And a Crazy Kitty, hello. And I think by kind of like saying, you're allowed to take me for granted. Because I want you to. I want you to be completely comfortable around me. I think I kind of do the same to other people where I take them for granted. Where I'm like, oh, we've been such close friends. This person is never gonna disappear. So inadvertently, when things end, I'm all surprised Pikachu face, right? I think that's kind of how it is. Imagine the animal sitting in your lap, but she's wagging her tail and keeps slapping your face with it. Yeah, she would do that. She would absolutely do that. Yeah, you can also not take me for granted. That's very kind of you. I have my own thoughts on taking my VTubers for granted. Do you want to share your thoughts? I would be very interested to hear. It's okay if you want to keep it to yourself. I understand and I respect that. I really do. But I would be very interested to kind of hear how everyone thinks about their favorite VTubers. You're coming always back, you say. It's very hard to get rid of me. I cling to everything with my claws and my teeth. Even if something is bad for me, I will not let go. I have this sort of brain worm where I've been through some pretty bad things in the past. And when I bond with someone, I sort of adopt this attitude of, you know, the world is like a really hard place and we need to be there for one another. We need to cling together. And I have a very hard time letting go of people at all. I never let anything go, ever. With your claws and your teeth, your girlfriend must be hurting. Well, so far, everyone I have bitten has really liked it. I have been asked to bite quite a bit. I am more into men than I am into women. I'm kind of intrigued by breasts. I think breasts are interesting. The idea of breasts is like, I need to research this, and I'm a visual learner. But I'm more I'm more into men. But I do like women as well. I'm like a soft bi, kinda. Like, I have kissed women before, and I have like made out with women before. And I have totally, you know, touched other girls' boobs like many times. Including in November, where I touched Takanyan's boobs in the onsen when we went to Japan together. But men offer like a total mystique to me. Because men kind of like, they exist in like a completely different moral universe. Men's mannerisms are so incredible. Stop giving my boobs the thinker emote while I'm talking about this. Stop making my boobs the thinker. Stop making my boobs the thinker. What is this? Yeah, men exist in like a completely different realm from me. So I'm very intrigued by them. Oh yeah, it's the Pride Month has started.
Happy Pride Month, Diggy.
Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everyone. And Naito Raito, hello. Yeah, I didn't even say it yet. Yeah. No, men are awesome. Men are awesome. Whenever I ask my male friends what they would do, their opinion on what to do is completely different on what I would do. Men think about like things completely different from how I would do. Oh, Shadow, I didn't even get to respond to your message. Oh my. Yeah, it's also men's mental health month, right? Or is it just health in general? Yeah. I thought it was mental health awareness month. And dairy month. Oh god, a lot of things are going on right now. A lot of things are going on. Yeah, I want to read. Hold on. Before you disappear, let me respond to your message. Yeah. I was following Production Kawaii for almost all of its 3 years. Then suddenly it exploded, literally the same as V Allure. I've not found another VTuber community I can call home, so I can't go through that again. I'm also still grieving it in a way, since I can't bring myself to support Corpus to this day. I always wanted to be a Corpo girly, but I kind of made the discovery that besides eyes on my content, Corpus could give me nothing. Everything I have ever wanted, we have literally just funded ourselves. So for me, Corpus are always kind of like, you know, it's the carrot and the stick, but they kind of beat you up with the stick when the company is hemorrhaging money. And there's always so much stuff. you know, going on behind the scenes. So I don't know how I think about corpos nowadays. I've met a lot of talented people through corpos. I don't think I would want to be in a corpo anymore, and I mentioned it earlier, right? It's very sad when a dream goes to die. Always remember that when a company gets founded, there are like talents and managers and everyone who's trying their hardest to make the dream work. It's incredibly sad when a dream goes to die. That's at least what I think, So I'll never be happy about anyone losing their corpo, their thing. Even though some companies treat their talents really badly, and I will say it seems to be most companies. And no one's safe. Even the big corpos are pretty tough. But yeah, that's my opinion. You don't have to care about it at all. You don't have to care about it at all. It's not interesting at all what I think about this sort of thing. I have always been indie. Because I knew for a corpo, I would have been like the worst person to hire at every point in my career. I'm not a very lucrative talent, like by default. I'm not a very advertisable girl. When I started streaming, I had a long-term partner who we used to call Digi Darling. He used to be my fiance. Well, he's not my fiance anymore. He was a big part of my stream in terms that I brought him up like I bring my female friend, Unicorn, right? I know that if I was a corpo guy, I would not hire the girl who has a partner because there are talents that are simply more lucrative by going the girlfriend experience sort of route. Like as a HR corpo person, it wouldn't make sense to hire the girl who keeps gushing about her, at the time, fiance. And now, I don't have a fiance anymore. I've been single for over 2 years. But I will never escape that label that I know that men exist, and I'm quite fond of them. They're quite interesting little critters. I'm very fond of them. So I don't think I would ever be like a good corpo hire. I don't think any company needs to care about me. And I kind of like doing my own thing. And Renko the Cyan. Hello. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. We talk about all sorts of weird things all the time. I don't think any company would want to manage me because I can't keep the inside thoughts on the inside. I'm very bad about that. I don't think I would be a very good corpo girl to have. I don't think I would be very good for any company that had me. But yeah, that's just what I think. That is just what I think. Yeah. Though I'd say VTubers and my personal relationships are my very lifeblood aside from work. My only respite. I'm honestly used to people flipping on a dime and leaving, so I keep myself very internally anchored in my own mind and comfort. I haven't allowed myself to get that connected to anyone since my last breakup, lol. No, I walk into the sword every single time. I walk into the sword knowingly every single time. I talked about this with a good VTuber friend of mine. Everyone always says, oh, VTubing is super parasocial, right? Because viewers form a parasocial relationship with the streamer. Yeah, guess what no one talks about? VTubing is a never-ending cycle of meeting and losing viewers as well. Do you know how sad that sometimes is? Do you know how sad it sometimes is to look back and be like, oh, this person that was there when I started streaming isn't there anymore? I spend time with you guys multiple times a week. If I had a boyfriend now, I would devote more time to you than I would to my boyfriend. Simply because this is also, my livelihood. It's also my job. Like, streaming is a never-ending cycle of meeting and losing viewers. And that can also be incredibly tough on the streamer. For me, for example, I'm a little sad ball. I will cry when you leave. I'll be super sad. You should still leave if you don't like the stream. I will, you know, grow up. I will accept your departure. I won't hate you for it. I never could. But it is hard. It is very, very hard to lose viewers that you talk to a lot. You know? The green friend experience would be a huge get for any company. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Yeah, we're just talking about VTubing. We're talking about corpo and VTubing and all sorts of stuff. I kind of wanted to talk about Pride Month and men's mental health. We will talk about that in a second as well. But let's finish this topic first, okay? Yeah. Almost all VTubers I have a boyfriend, girlfriend, and it makes very little difference if they have one or not from my experience. I mean, they're already very, very good people. I like watching them, right? So why wouldn't they have someone loving them? Shall they be happy? Yeah. I don't know. My last relationship was really long, and the one before that was also really long. I'm kind of worried that I had my chance to love someone, and it's over. So now I'm a bird of paradise, and I shall fly alone. If I meet someone who's like super duper special, then maybe I'll give it a chance, but I can't see it happening right now. The corpo stuff is a little dark, but I like the indie circuit. It's like street performance, where you go to private clubs to see acts. Yeah, I agree. It's a good way to look at it. I get attached way too easily to the streamers I like. Me too. The whole streak thing is so evil. I get sad when my streaks break. I'm like, oh, the streamer will be sad if my streak breaks. And then I go into their stream and they're like, oh, thank you for the streak, I guess. And I'm like, okay, I'm the only person who cares about this like at all. Yeah. You're very, very sweet. Yeah, they say, I saw this at the Twitch panel last year. It was titled something like, you know, relationships between viewers and streamers, community building, this sort of thing. And the speaker said the average viewer has a quote-unquote like shelf life in a community for a year. It's very normal if a viewer leaves at around like 1 year. And that has kind of helped, you know, kind of like make it less scary when people leave. But I try to kind of frame it in like a positive way. Like I kind of try to say to myself, you have outgrown me and that will always be a good thing. I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're not, you know, you're not sad. I hope you're not suffering. I really, really hope that you're well, regardless of where you go. That's all I want for you. And if you have outgrown me, if you hate VTubers now, if you don't watch streams at all, or you found your Kami Oshi, then I'm the happiest person in the world that I was allowed to keep you company until then. Oh, holy hell, you guys have... You're very shelf-stable. You're super shelf-stable. What happened? Yeah. In 24, my favorite VTuber graduated and I lost like 5 kilograms. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah. I cried. I really, really, really cried when my favorites were gone. I even cried for people I didn't watch as much. Like, I was sad when Kiryu Koko had to go. I was sad when Gura had to go. I was sad when Fauna had to go. I don't know. I'm like this too. Ronnie, hello Ronnie. I don't know, I think streaks are pretty cool. The only thing that is pretty disheartening is if this free stream streak gets the same reaction as the 100 stream streak. I kinda get that, but I don't really like making it feel like it's like a mini game where if you get like the bazillion super streak, then you're better than all the people who have just started watching. I try to honor it. We have some people here who have like the 100 stream streak, and I try to honor it when I can. But I don't really want to like spur people to regret their IRL. Like how not regret. Vernachlässigen. What is it called? I'm missing a word, sorry. Neglect, not regret. Yeah, for some reason they registered the same thing in my mind. I don't want people to neglect their IRL, right? King Bluey, hello. Hi. I don't know, I kinda started just like thinking I want everyone who has ever touched my life to be happy. I want every single person who I've ever met to be happy. That's all I want. Even if I was only allowed to know you for an hour, I want you to be happy. And I'm really like forcing myself to think that, and it's been doing like wonders for my own way of looking at things. Yeah, no digital brother, I get that. That's what I mean by, you know, I understand that like the real life always comes first. Wow, 1 year, 6 months. That's already more than the average. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys always supporting me. Gura's final song was so good. I was watching the graduation with a friend who's also a VTuber, and we cried snot and tears. I don't know her very well, but I was genuinely so incredibly heartbroken. Yeah. And Big Green is always happy. Big Green is always happy when she goes live. Not possible, since I ain't gonna be happy if certain other people are happy. You need to let go. You need to let go of all of your mortal ties. You need to let go of all of your mortal ties, and you have to accept gratitude. Everyone can be happy. Maybe, I don't know, maybe some really bad stuff happened to you, and then it's bad of me to say that you should, you know, let go of your grudges. But I don't think it's really good to hold a grudge. If you can avoid it, I would advise you to avoid holding a grudge. And thank you, even for everyone that has just been supporting me since today. I really appreciate that I got to meet you. Every day with you is a gift. Always try to remember that. Yeah. Yes. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, well, that is the thing with the indie bucket, right? I think there are two different schools of thought in the indie sphere a little bit. It's like the crabs in a barrel, elbows out. And then there's the rising tide raises all the boats sort of thing. I'm a little bit wholesome. I also do ear-licking ASMR though, so please beware. Please beware. It's crabs in a barrel, crabs in a bucket. I'm wholesome on the mental end, maybe, but I'm also a bit of a lewd girl. You know, I'm also a bit of a, I don't know. Yeah, I'm the king of ear licking is what I call myself. This is an ironic title because there They're way better ear lickers than me. Mars is a very good example. Mars is the true king of ear lickers. I really, really admire Mars. Yeah. A lot of you stream like 3 times a week, constant variety and novelty and stuff. I don't know. It's a difficult subject, right? Who deserves and doesn't deserve stuff. I don't really want to comment on it. Because I think then you get into this dangerous territory of, oh, this type of stream is worth more than this type of stream. It's not a really good thing to kind of like think about it that way. The only wish that I think was a bit better, I wish that being mad and being hateful wasn't rewarded so much. That would be my only wish for the universe, that maybe being full of hate, I wish that didn't have a platform. That is the only thing where I will see that sort of content, in my opinion, isn't worth as much as someone who genuinely tries to make a positive mark on the world with their content. I was thinking of your Yumaniki map exploring the other day. Really? Spherical, you're so kind. I'm so glad you had fun with our Tuki Tuesday. Yeah. Actually, this is a good segue. We're celebrating Pride Month. Happy Pride, everyone. You know, happy Pride to all my gay, my lesbian, my asexual, my bisexual, my pansexual, my trans, you know, all of my friends. No matter what you identify as, you're valid and you're allowed to exist. And no one is allowed to take that away from you. And it really, really doesn't matter what other people think about the way you present yourself, or, you know, if you're passing or not. It really, really doesn't matter. Oh, I'm tearing up. I'm sorry. I really want you to be happy and be able to live without fear and without having to worry. And I want you to have all the amenities in life that everyone else already gets. And it's really, really unfair that you're always under so much pressure by everyone else around you for just wanting to exist as you are. I truly, really think that it's incredibly cruel. I'm sorry. I didn't expect to tear up a little bit. And Kilamo, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I don't know what Orange Cassidy means. I know Cassidy from Overwatch. I think Cassidy, is that like a cowboy name? I haven't heard the name Cassidy before. I don't know what it means. If that's some dog whistle for something, I wouldn't know. I'm very sorry. I just know Cassidy Overwatch. But thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your thumbs up. But yeah. And that, you know, it's, I don't know. It makes me so sad. That is like one of the things where I get emotional very, very easily. I really wish that we would all get along a little bit better. And we would all have our nose out of each other's business a bit more. That is, that is what I truly think. Oh, my parents are so bad about this. My parents will be like, I was at the supermarket and the gay cashier, and I'm like, oh my god, this has nothing to do with this story. Please. Please. Just tell me about your supermarket haul. Like, why are you like this? But they're very supportive at the very least. Yeah, kind baby or evil baby. It's like in that game, the mobile game. I might be a silly guy on the internet. I often consider myself, and like when others consider me, non-binary. Really stuck with me when I realized I hate when others would see my maleness and treat me differently or hold expectations for me. I just want a vibe. If I were a little genderless entity ball of light, that would be my ideal form. And that's why I love Pride Month. And why I do my charity work every June. Wow. Okay, yeah. And your pronouns are he and they both, so you take no offense when I say he sometimes, because I really didn't know. I really didn't know. I'm sorry if I ever said the wrong thing. Now that's really, really good that you're doing charity work. And I don't know, I always felt the same way. When I was a teenager, my my boobs started getting really big. And I had troubles, especially with stuff like running, right? At school. I really just struggled in gym class because I had a rack and we had to do the Cooper test, which is a 12-minute stamina run thing where you try to run as far as you can in 12 minutes. And I always hated the Cooper test. And even at the time, I always kind of resented the fact that I was born female. I really hated it when I was a teen. Because, you know, my parents were kind of starting to push those ideas of, oh, you need a boyfriend. And then at some point you need to get married. And of course you need to have children. And, you know, you're a girl, so you should wear makeup. You should be mindful of, you know, how you talk, how you dress, how you eat, how you sit. You know, you have to be always, like, presentable and pretty and dolled up. And I really hated the fact that I was born a woman. I really, really, really hated it for a long time. And I was like you, where I said I want to be like a formless observer. I just want to be like an entity. And that would have been so much better, right? Like, that's how I saw it back at the time. Now, I have kind of like found my groove with my identity as a bodacious, big-breasted baddie. So I don't mind being a girl now. I still kind of wish I had access to multiple bodies and multiple genders, but that's like a completely different thing. I just kind of wish, you know, I could have different styles and aesthetic in different forms. But I don't know. I really relate to that feeling. Yeah, nowadays I just kind of do whatever I want. But I don't know. I really, really understand how dysphoria feels. And I can only imagine how hard it is to exist in a body that doesn't feel like your own every single day. And my heart always gets so tender when I see young people that are really trying hard to find their place in the world. And everyone is so incredibly unkind. I guess this is also like regardless of gender stuff, right? Everyone is so incredibly unkind to young people. And it makes me so sad. It makes me really, really, really sad when I see young people who have a hard time and get bullied by by Twitter people. You know, it's very sad to me. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the different forms thing. I'm becoming small and fur covered. I'm doing my own thing now. You know, I'm expressing myself whenever I want to. I am now old enough and you know, able to like articulate myself and really defend for the things that are important to me. And for me, self-expression will always be one of those things. Oh god, I'm sorry. I'm like I'm like sniffly. Hold on. Let me blow my nose. Let me mute myself for a second. I'm just gonna blow my nose. Be right back. Oh, okay, that was good. I needed that. I did the whole elephant, the elephant nose thing. Yes. Does the animal deflate like owl when she gets soaked? No, animal has like her skin is like dolphin skin. Her fur is like very very fine. When her skin is wet, it feels like dolphin skin. She's like rubbery. The animal is it has smooth skin when it's wet. Yeah, like shark. I think shark is like I heard it's rough. It's like cat's tongue. I've never touched a shark before. I kinda want to touch a shark now. I know there are some aquariums where you can, you know, gently pet a shark. That could be fun. Oh, I really like seals. Seals are amazing. I really, really like seals. Seals look like they stink a little bit. Sharks look like they smell a bit better, at least. I really like seals, though. Yeah. Yeah, it's more... When animal is wet, she becomes more seal-like, I think. She's fluffy when she's dry, and she becomes rubbery when she's wet. She becomes all shark, dolphin, seal. Hmm. Oh, a virtue, go to bed. Please go to bed. Yeah. Wah, 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 wah. Speaking of animal, I had 4 of the top 7, so we will see where that goes. What does this mean? Can you explain to me what this means? You're wake posting again. My wake posting king, I kneel before you. Can you please talk to me like a human and tell me what you mean? I'm not privy of your wake posting ways. Please enlighten me. What does this mean? Are you afraid to say something, Wake Boy? I saw that image. That's very funny. I saw that image. Yeah. Whoa. Sharks have rough skin. It's just very amusing bit to stubbornly defend the position that they're being smooth. And what about dolphins? My mom's favorite animals are dolphins. And Virtue, oyasumi. Oyasumi, oyasumi. Good night, Virtue. Okay, so I've already cried. Oh. I remember. I remember. I remember now. Okay. Yeah. You have asked me. I just sent you the list of like something that was mentioned in a VOD in a public stream. I think it's pinned to the Not Safe for Work channel, funnily enough. Yeah, and Millie! Hello, Millie! Hi. Happy Pride Month and happy Men Health Awareness Month. Oh, my poor sniffly nose. I'm so sorry. Hello. So, I don't have a lot to say for Men Health Awareness Month. Is it health or is it mental health? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. For mental health awareness, I think all the homies should talk about their feelings more. I'm doing my part for men's mental health every day by streaming and asking you to talk about your feelings. So you know that I care about your mental health, regardless if you're a guy or a girl, or NB, you know? But like, guys don't talk about their feelings a whole lot. I wish guys were a bit more supported in that sort of thing. Whenever I talk to a guy, it's always the same conversation. Like I always say, "Oh, how, you know, that sounds like that thing that happened. It must have been really hard. How do you feel about it now?" And they always say, without fail, "Yeah, I'm a master at putting my feelings in a box and tucking it away. I smell like gasoline and fire and concrete. And I never talk about my feelings because I'm such a master at pushing them down. I am so awesome sauce that I never talk about them, even though if it would be good for me to talk about them." And I always go, "Well, home slice, that doesn't sound very good. Home slice, that doesn't sound like a very good thing. You should talk about your feelings a bit more." And that's why I always share my experience, because I always kind of hope that maybe if I talk about uncomfortable experience, then you will at least feel hurt. You will at least feel like, you know, you're not completely alone, even if you're not comfortable sharing stuff right now. You can at least feel like it's not that lonely out there. Oh, thank you, Millie. Ooh. I heard it. I heard it. Ouchie. Oh, there was a crack in my back. That was a good stretch. Thank you, Millie. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. What is RSD? I know ADHD. Wait, what is RSD? Yeah, talking about your feelings is good, though. That just drags the mood down too much. Well, that's what the Rain Parade is kind of for. It was designed from the beginning by me that we would talk about everything. Good things and bad things. That's what it's all for. Yeah. I will say allowing guys to open up opens up an avenue of communication that can turn very easily into one or two things. This person listens to me, they might like me, or this person listens to me. I will vent upon them and not resolve my issues ever. Well, that happens with girls as well, though. I don't know. I have women that only message me when they need me to be like, "Girl, I need to tell you about my stupid boyfriend." Like, that's a human thing, unfortunately. I see rejection sensitive disorder. I see. Yeah, no, I get that. I understand. I think it requires a bit of a social understanding of knowing like when to share something. But I don't know. We try to talk about all sorts of things here, and I do genuinely try to broach topics that are a bit difficult sometimes. Like, I don't know. I'm doing my best. I have talked about that in the past. We had streams that were like, this was like 4 years ago at this point, where I had to be like, okay, this is kind of becoming like a trauma dumping thing, and that's not what the streams are for. But I do genuinely want to talk to everyone and kind of reach this like open understanding about things going on. Yeah. When I say, you know, how are you, I do genuinely want to know, though. When a topic is interesting, I do try to like approach it with an open mind and talk about it. Of course, you know, if you tell me something like, I don't know, there are so many things, right? if we are talking about like a topic that is really, really dark, yeah, I should be allowed to say at a certain point. I would like to close that book for now. Vodka! Hello, hello. Well, yeah, I heard a lot of people are being banned. I don't really understand how it works, but a lot of people are being banned right now. Super duper weird what's going on at the moment. Yeah. It seems to be like a bot purge, but it's not the bots that are being banned. Which is like the weird part about it. I don't know. Very, very weird. I did nothing. I am innocent. I'll believe you. You're the cutest thing ever. Happy Pride Month, my sweet. Happy, happy Pride Month. And Mario Pro. Hello, hello. Hi, hi. I lost one of my accounts and randomly got it back after an appeal denied it. Oh god. Started with a capybara spa and now she's a furry in an onsen. Yeah, things are cyclical. Oh, can I tell you a story actually? Can I tell you a story? Oh, I think you will like the story very much. This happened a couple days ago. So, me and Unicorn, me and my girly friend Unicorn, we were walking down the street in the city. And Unicorn and I were talking about, like, if we could have any sort of beauty surgery, what would we do? And both of us kind of said that, you know, we both have grandmas. And our grandmas, both of them, they had bat wings. Both of our grandmas kind of had, like, saggy arms. And I said to Unicorn, I was like, you know, I think I am a person again. I was anorexic as I was a teen. Then I was fat when I had my spine surgery stuff. Like, I have been on both sides of the spectrum multiple times. So my body weight is like always fluctuating quite a bit. Because I go through phases of eating and non-eating quite frequently. So my, like, connective tissue is not really good. That's just a fact, right? And I said to Unicorn, and we were on this busy street with, like, people all around us. I said, you know, I'm kind of worried that as I get older, I will develop these, like, bat wings that my grandma used to have. And that is, I guess, a little bit scary. And Unicorn said, well, I'm not that worried about it, because when I was a child, my mom used to, like, flap her bat wings around and say, look at me, those are my angel wings, I'm flying. And that's why she's, like, desensitized to it. And Millie, good night. Bye-bye, see you in a bit. Close your eyes, very good. Take a good break. And we talked about this for a while. And there was this grandma behind both of us. And we were talking about it, and it was like, yeah, you know, maybe it's not so bad to kind of, like, age, you know, naturally and become a mom and then a grandma. And then maybe it's also okay to just have bat wings because, like, it's a totally normal, like, human thing. And we thought about both our moms. We were trying to, like, find all the bat wings in the families. And I was saying at some point, I said, well, everything is kind of, like, cyclical. Everything kind of repeats in cycles. And there was, like, this grandma behind me. And then suddenly she walks up, like, next to both of us. And she hits me with this, like, giant smile. And she's like, yeah, dude. Everything is totally cyclical. It's all a cycle, man. Like, not exactly like that, but kind of, like, in a really, like, relaxed way. And she was like, yeah, it's all a cycle, bro. It's all a cycle, girls. And we were like, yeah, haha, maybe it's not too bad to be old. And we kept walking. And she's like, yeah, we're all part of the cycle. And I was like, yeah, we're all part of the cycle, aren't we? And we kept like walking. And it was such like an insane moment. This happened like two days ago. It's all cyclical, girly pop. It's all a cycle. I don't know. I found it incredibly funny. Also, it felt like a little bit rude in hindsight that we were talking about like bad wings and stuff right in front of like an old lady. I do feel really sorry about that, genuinely. But amazing response by her. Ghost! Hello, hello! And yet, let me hydrate. I'm so bad about hydrating today. Well, I don't know. I am excited to get old. More accurately, I have not regretted getting old yet. I wouldn't want to be 18 again. I really wouldn't want to be 18 again, I think. Like, there isn't really an age that I would want to go back to. There isn't, like... When I think about how I was as, like, a young person, I always think to myself... I had such a horrible time in my teens. It was such a, like, roller coaster, right? I wouldn't want to go back to being a young person anymore, especially, like, now in the day and age. Like, I was kind of worried. Like, you know how they say, like, Hollywood actors? When a Hollywood actor is 18, he finds an 18-year-old attractive. And then when a Hollywood actor becomes 30, he still finds an 18-year-old attractive. And then, when a Hollywood actor is 50, he still finds the 18-year-old attractive. I was kind of worried that this would happen to me, where I was always like gonna find one type of person attractive and then I wouldn't find like an older age attractive. But this has literally never been my problem. Both in desiring and being desired. This has literally never been real for me. I don't know. At no point did I ever have problems because I was quote unquote too old, or never did I think, oh, this 18-year-old is like super, I don't know, amazing, you know? Like, I never saw it like that at all. I lost 28 to 30 to COVID. COVID is like the only thing that I do regret, because it really just felt like the years were like zapped out from us. I do agree with that. Yeah, and Krümel, oh Yasumi, good night, good night. Sleep well. Enjoy your ASMR reward. I hope it's fun. I hope it's really, really fun to listen to. Yeah, DiCaprio is that guy, right? Who always dates the young women. I like being in my early 20s. I feel I've learned a lot and my life is constantly changing, which kind of sucks. But I guess it's the prime age to figure out what I want my purposes in life to be. So I used to have this art teacher, right? I used to have this art mentor. And my art mentor was this eccentric, older, gay guy who always had men in the house, and it was always kind of understood that these were like his joy boys, you know. These were like his his bedtime companions who came and left as he needed them. He was a guy who was like really sure of his sexuality and his age, and he was a really great art teacher. And you know, we talked a lot about me and my first boyfriend breaking up because I was a mess and I was crying all the time. And he always said to me, he said, Digi, I don't envy you for being so young. My life began when I turned 30. And I asked him, I was like, really? But doesn't everyone want to be young? And he said, no. My 20s were absolutely miserable. I didn't know what I wanted at all, and I hated my 20s. Only with 30 did I start having fun, and I was able to, really like feel secure in my identity as a person. And I think when we talked, he was like 45, 50, maybe even older. And he said, yeah, life really does just start when you turn 30. And that has always kind of like calmed me down a little bit. That has always helped a little bit with calming me down, if I'm being completely honest. In terms of aging, I worry that people aren't attracted to older guys, and that's my only concern really as a certified yearner. I don't know. I hate to break it to you, but all of my girls are dating older men. No one wants to date a younger guy because there's like a maturity gap with a lot of young people. Like, again, I'm always on about how I want young people to be happy and figure themselves out. I don't want a 20-something to tell me that he still needs to figure out his dating goals. He can do that with the other young 20-somethings. And I'm an old 20-something. I'm not even that old. But, I am tired. I'm tired of all these youngins that just want to burn some calories. So all of my girlies that I know, everyone's dating older men. You don't have anything to worry about. You really don't have anything to worry about at all. Foo! Hello, hello! Oh my god, it's Miss Fushi. It's my favorite elf. Big shout out for my favorite girly. Miss Fushi, hello! My lovely sister! Oh my god, Cronus, thank you! Thank you for gifting a sub to my beautiful, beautiful elf wife. Hello. My sister wife, how are you? And Fu was playing Pokemon. Hi, hi! Yes! I saw! Happy birthday! Oh, Fushi, we're talking about... What are we talking about? We're talking about being old. We're talking about aging and being old. And how aging is scary sometimes. But we're talking about even if you're like an older person, you will still be desired and people will still find you attractive. And I literally just said that. Like, I know a lot of people find older guys attractive. You really don't have anything to worry about. I was watching The State of Play and saw you were streaming. Oh, was it a good time? That's like a gaming thing, right? The State of Play. As someone in my late 20s, all I ever do is worry about everything ever. 20s have just been non-stop worrying. Yes. I feel the same way, but I know it will be easier in time. We stop, we stop being careless and live a unburdened existence when we turn like 6 years old or 7 years or 8 years, give or take. And after that, it's just worrying. Oh, Fu, hold on. Hold on. How do I give someone the VIP badge? How does this work? Is this /VIP? Yeah. Can I give Miss Fu a badge? How does this work? Hold on, I'm working on it. Ah! Yes! Look at that! A pretty lady needs her pretty jewels. I'm sorry, Miss Fushi. I just had to do it. Yes. Yeah, being comfortable helps your beauty shine. And with age, we really mature as people. And become, we become whole people, at all. Did you see the VTubers versus third type meme on Twitter? I did not see this. This sounds interesting. Yeah, older men are in demand. You don't have to worry if you're an older man. Don't worry about that. Personally, when I'm dating, I always say my same age plus at least 5 years. I think my same age in 5 years or even 7 years is my range of what I would find comfortable dating. But I'm willing to, examine examine the suitors as they present themselves before me. So like that's at least what I think about that sort of thing. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, of course innocence is easier, right? Because then our parents do everything for us. We can just do our playtime in kindergarten because we don't have any responsibilities and stuff like that. Mm. Yeah, exactly. Fushi is right about like the life stage thing, right? I have dated hopeless 20-somethings and I love them very, very, very much. But personally, I'm a bit tired of being hopeless. If someone was a bit more hopeful, I wouldn't really care if they were a 20-something or a 30-something. I think maturity is something that can get you very, very far in life. Personally. Yeah. Mm. But that's at least what I think. What you like also changes with you. Now I see 18-year-olds as little babies. I feel the exact same way. Like those are, for me, those are literally children. I want to protect all of them. I don't want to like infantilize them. That's also not right. Their experiences are very, very valid and very hard in the certain, in the current. That's the word. In the current time. Oh, I'm getting tired. You can kind of tell. I'm slurring my words a little bit. English is getting hard. Yeah. I see them. I see them kind of like as those who are like really lost, right? Figuring themselves out. I want them to be happy. No one is allowed to make mistakes anymore. It must be really, really hard for young people. You can become a hopeless 30-something. I would not advise you to. Yeah, you can tell I'm computing kinda with low specs right now. I'm really, really sorry. I'm becoming incredibly low specs computing right now. My brain is lagging behind. But how is the state of the play? How is the state of play? What is playing? What kind of video games are we getting excited about? What kind of video games? No, it's super awesome. I love being a hopeless 30-something. No, I keep microdosing you on hope till it works. I keep microdosing you on hope till it works. Okay? Don't worry, it's all gonna be okay. Yeah, what kind of video games are happening? Are they making a new Pokemon game that has pixel graphic and is old? That would be great if they made a new Pokemon that was exactly like the old Pokemon. That would be awesome sauce. Pokemon 2. I really want to watch Pokemon 2. I want it to be a good video game. I want to play it. I want to play Pokemon Snap. I want to play new Pokemon Snap so bad. But Nintendo games never go on sale and I cannot justify buying it. It's so, like, unreasonably expensive. I really don't like. I didn't buy Pokopia. I want it to be good. I have to be good before I go to Offkai. I can't get Pokopia. I want to get it, but I need to be good before I go on holiday. So I have to wait. But it's okay. I want to play it soon. Yeah. I already got like a scab a couple of months ago. I did the responsible thing and I got a burger. Burger gave me the same happiness a video game would. This is how I solve my problems. Yes. Yeah, I try to be good. I tell myself, would I like a video game or would I like a new model? Would I like a video game or would I like a background asset? Would I like a video game or would I like an art piece that I can use for my stream screens? And usually the video game never wins. Because I'm always just like, what can I be irresponsible? I don't, you know. Burger wasn't an 18-hour experience. What the heck? Rip off. Burger is an 18-hour experience. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, ooh, I know what I want to eat. Or like, ooh, I want a matcha today. I want a matcha so bad. Sometimes I go to sleep and I'm like, when I wake up, I'm gonna have my yogurt with some fruit. I work like that. I think about this a lot where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna shower and I'm gonna feel so good after I shower. Like for me, planning my routine, thinking about my routine is really, really important. Yeah, but sometimes I go to sleep and I go, I'm so excited about my yogurt with fruits in the morning. I don't know, that's just how I feel. I went to a vacation resort with someone and I spent the entire weekend complaining about everything. All I wanted was to get home and sleep. On a positive side, they will never invite me to a summer beach resort again. Oh my, that doesn't sound like you or the person you were with were able to have a good time. Well, I hope the trip had redeeming qualities to it. And being in a different place was still sort of like engaging in terms of mental enrichment. I'm sure even being grumpy about it must have been some good for your inner tiger. That's at least what I think. 8 hours of wanting a burger. 1 hour of enjoying the burger. 9 hours are full of burger. Exactly. They should make a perfume that smells like the ketchup, the mustard, and the pickles together. I don't know. I think the most important thing in that whole mental health discussion is that all of us, we need to work on taking good care of ourselves. Okay, there's an ad coming up and I don't want you to watch another ad. I refuse to poison your brain. I refuse. I need to take care of you. You're not allowed to watch any ads if I can avoid it. So we have about like 6 more minutes till we'll find a kind streamer to rate you guys out to. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. I went to a flea market some time ago. And me and my friend, we were there for like an hour and then we were both like, okay, let's go home. I really understand. But even just trying it is really good. So I'm proud of you for trying. I'm very, very proud of you for trying. I did not buy any fleas. I bought a necklace. I bought a very nice necklace. And yeah, you promised me to take good care of yourselves, okay? You promised me. Also, just a short announcement for everyone who still gets a voice pack from me for the donathon. I have finished all of your guys' recording. Panis, yours is almost done. You will definitely get yourself get yours tomorrow, and I will need to know if you like it or not. And Nyano, I like how yours turned out. I'm trying to make it sound less like an English lesson. Because with yours, I have the counting one, right? For the exercises. But it kind of sounds like I'm a guest speaker for like an English book. And I literally go, Unit 1, Exercise 1, Together at School. Let's begin. Please take out your exercise book and open it at page 4. You will have to fill out A, B, and C. Which one of the characters had a good day at school? Cross off the correct answer or something like that. So I hope it doesn't sound too much like that. I kind of wanted it to I wanted it to sound kind of serious. And there are a lot of like small little bits that are kind of nice. Like, oh, keep on pushing. You're almost there. But I think just like the nature of it, which has like a lot of like repetitive counting. I think sometimes I kind of slip into like Unit 1, Exercise 1 mode. So I will finish editing yours. And I will mark all the parts that are like that in a different color. And then you can tell me if you like it or not. And if you don't like it, I'll re-record the parts that you don't like. And that gets, that is, of course, for all the voice pack receivers. Yeah. And also your community voice pack, the free community voice pack, that's also completely recorded. That didn't have the same problem, though. That one is just me, yapping your ear off about gaming trivia. You're getting gaming trivia by Green Thing, like tomorrow or at the end of the week. I will see how much stamina I have and how much editing the voice pack individually takes. But it's all recorded. And you're getting amazing Among Us trivia. You're getting amazing trivia about my favorite guy, Among Us. So yeah. And you're getting Yumaniki trivia as well. I tried to pick a couple things that I thought were interesting. Yeah. It's an 8-minute voice pack, I think. Either 8 minutes or... It kind of depends on how it will be after I cut it. We will find out, It's my first time ever making voice packs, so... It's been a bit of an experience, I gotta say. I'm definitely better at it now, though, so thank you for bearing with me. And you're also getting new ASMR soon. The month of June has begun. So we're gonna do some ASMR in June as well. Actually, we might be streaming ASMR tomorrow. I'll see. Yes, there's ASMR tomorrow most likely. And then also the Patreon recordings as well. So lots of stuff to look forward to, okay? Oh, I also need to schedule the movie watch along. Yes. I also want to talk about something quickly. I wanted to do a 6-hour ASMR stream as a part of my Donathon. We wanted to do that on the front page, but then they didn't feature me on the front page while I was in the ASMR category, so that didn't work out. And I kind of discovered that I have a very, very hard time doing ASMR for 6 hours because of my back. It's very hard for me to keep up the posture. So I'm doing a special themed ASMR called Student is Torturing the Substitute Teacher. And then sub, and then, hyphen, statute teacher. So you're the sub who's also a teacher and I'm the student. And that is my alternative, to that reward. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. I've commissioned a thumbnail. Oh god, the ad break is starting. I have to rate out right now. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Hold on. We're rating out super quick. We're rating out super duper hyper quick. I need to see what's going on. Oh god, I don't want them to go through the ad break. If I can't avoid it, I wanna send you guys to someone else. I'm sending you guys to Charlotte. Yes, Charlotte Bear. Who's playing Tuhu? Oh my god, it's Tuhu time. Very good. Yes, yes. Don't worry, Mina. You won't have to see the the ad. Yes, yes. I'm sending you guys to Charlotte. Thank you, Ghost. It was good to see you. Albeit just for a short time today. Yeah, yeah. Very good. Have a good time, Mina. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, goodbye.